Hello, welcome. Hi, Hershey.
Hello, guys. Hello, Brother Thomas.
Rondo is hungry. He
Ron,
took,
Ron.
yeah, he took that can and moved it all the way across the floor.
I love it. It's chapstick. You want some chapstick? How you doing, Brother Thomas?
A little better. I have my psychiatrist meeting today, and she's like, "Let's go heavier on the drugs." I said, "No, just let's go lighter on life."
Ah, that would be a yes, Uncle G. Hey, how you doing, Uncle G? But I'm still in Florida, so concept of the mind has got me behooved on why it works all of a sudden.
So I've been working on those tarot fortune cookie things. Been editing and editing. When I finally exhaust myself and go to sleep, and if I wake up an hour or 2 hours later, then I come back and edit some more.
Uh,
I'm more than halfway through them.
Well, I love that. I love that. I've been watching them. They are coming across in my shorts, and I've really been enjoying them. Granted, I am a little checked out on reality, but I'm in my
Oh my
reality.
goodness, there's somebody behind you.
There's somebody behind me. Gee, who could that be? If anybody knows where my doomahickey is, I would appreciate they bringing me my shit back. Look at hair being brushed. Mine is now brushed. Did y'all see that?
I only see dreadlocks.
Well, it's not dreaded
Great.
up yet, but I'm telling you, it was it's been a job. I'm about ready to just cut it all off, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm just about ready to cut this shit. And then every time I think about cutting it off, I'm like, nope, because I'm gonna go get my hair braided. And you gotta have hair to braid if you're gonna get it braided. Eventually,
That's true.
down the road somewhere.
Looks like
But
it's easier to grab hold when they section it out and start braiding long pieces.
if they know what they're doing, it's easy. My hair braids very easily.
Welcome,
Oh,
Gerald. I watched you and Linda Gonzalez today
I did
on your
too.
on your knit and pearls. Yeah,
I love that.
mostly my knitting was knit and pearl. Um, Very seldom did I make lace and have to do yarn overs, and of course for the beanies you got to do knit two togethers to make the decreases.
I'm reading comments. My glasses don't work and I'm on this little bitty thing. But the more I use YouTube without StreamYard, I've gotten comfortable with the kind of how the system works, even though it is quite different um, than StreamYard. And there is a lot of things that YouTube could use as a stepping stone to maybe step their performance up a little bit when it comes to
Oh,
what we have access to in the lives. But
so
I
I've
am learning to get comfortable outside of StreamYard, and I'm not sure exactly where I'm at yet, but I'm getting there. But with
so
things turning, I don't know. I might be back on StreamYard. I don't know. We'll have to see.
the delay when I use my telephone is really bad. When I came in, you know, uh, people were trying to post links that were clickable, and everybody was on their mobile devices. I came in here on the computer, had both audios going, and um, I was like a good 40 seconds behind on my telephone. So when you say, Brother Thomas, who's next? If I'm on my phone, it'll take 40 seconds. I'm hitting that thing, saying, Maruda's next, Maruda's next, Maruda's next. It'll take you 40 seconds to see it. Because
It's okay. We're going to figure it out. We're going to make it do what it do, baby.
we're 2 years into it and I'm still a newcomer. I don't know the technology. Hi, Janet Lee.
My co-chair to get here.
It needs to be I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
we are gonna make it work. I'm just waiting on her to sit so I can go and look for my doomahickey. I really don't know where it went to. Like, it's just gone.
Your stylus?
No, it's not my stylus. My stylus is on my desk. I've been using Michelle's. Michelle had one she's been letting me use. But no, that's not the doomahickey I'm talking about. I'm talking about my smoking apparatus device.
Oh, your vape. Yeah. When you get home Monday, there's a Happy Mail on the table that we'll have to enjoy together.
Happy Mail for me or Happy Mail for both of us?
Happy Mail for you.
Oh.
You got one package that was the earbuds, and then another package from one of your good old boys.
Okay. Gotcha.
I need a drink to celebrate Thomas's birthday.
Well, the birthday's coming up. It's coming
That's
up.
Wednesday.
It's almost here. Yesterday was Kalani's birthday.
Oh.
Janet. Hi, Janet. I had got a read from Uncle G today when he was live.
Yeah, I was on there.
What's hidden, and it was literally, I can't make it up, y'all. I have to let y'all know. So when I get numbers that go in like the numerical order that they go in, like 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, when they go in numerical order like that, I have to pay attention to what the next card is. Like, literally, if 2 cards go in numerical order, that third card is usually a direct message. And all I can tell you is that Uncle G pulled the numerical order for me to pay attention to that next third card. And man, when that third card came out, all I can tell you is everything I talked about in meta messages this morning was exactly what that third card said. And it's amazing how that just literally like unfolded in front of me. But I'm gonna let my my co-chair sit for a minute while I
can't share it. Darn it.
Can't share what?
I was gonna share my subscriber screen that says 404, and if anybody's been on computers long enough, you know what 404 is. Site not found or file not found. So it's 2 days away from my channel anniversary, and I have 404 subscribers. So it seems to me like it's saying channel not found.
It's not saying channel not found.
No, it just seems that way. Hey, Michelle.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, you got the crown.
I don't know what we're doing. I just know we're here. Excuse my lovely work from home attire.
Is it getting cold there again?
I think it's fantastic. So Hershe and I had that discussion today that I'm a polar bear and she is a dragon. So I must be hot-blooded because I like it when it's cold. Like, I'm hot easily. She's always cold, so I'm like a polar bear apparently. But I do get cold, and as I'm getting older, I cramp up when it gets too cold. So I'm not that much of a polar bear.
I get like late at night, my fingers. Oh, my finger, I'll get like it'll lock there,
Yes.
and I'll have to.
Yes. I had to do that with my knee. I'm like, ah. Hello, everybody.
Getting old is not for the faint of heart.
It's wonderful, though.
Oh yeah, well it certainly beats the alternative.
Here she comes. Oh, so what are we doing today?
I thought we'd just do some. Let's do some week ahead
Oh,
readings.
so this isn't the okay, my bad. I was
This is not the
thinking
channel
we're
we're
celebrating.
No,
It's the pre-celebration. Okay.
that's Wednesday.
Oh, so I understand. So Hershey has a way, and you, Thomas, have a way of surprising me because when I have time to think about it, I say no. So now that I don't have time to think about it, okay, I guess I will check out my new Oracle decks.
All right. Hey, Swampy. Good to see you.
Swampy! Hi! Want me to grab some of your decks?
Yeah, please. As we are here.
Although I have literally been showing them off on meta messages because I am very proud.
I appreciate that
Of
because
your beautiful collection.
my decks, I don't know if decks are really my thing, which is okay.
Well, you've
And
got
I'm
your
also
work. I think it's okay to have like a working desk.
mhm.
That is your tried and true, and then I think, well, each deck is a piece of artwork for me, and I love to look at the pictures, and I love to read the guidebooks along with it. But if the system strays too far away, like Osho's in, I'm really not prone to showing. I'm not really prone to showing it and using it online because of, oh, looky there.
Thomas, she said, should I bring you a deck? And she brings me all of these.
I didn't know which one she wanted, y'all.
So I don't know if decks are my thing, which is okay, but I'm reserving that. I'm also keeping in mind that we're ever changing and ever flowing, and they may not be for me at this moment. That does not mean that it won't be, I won't, you know what I'm saying. So there's a chance later that I am still in love with them, but
So
Hershey bought me a yawn point.
Oh yeah,
oh, she got your young coin.
We have a yondom in the house.
And I first told her I didn't need it because I have an Elks coin that I use as a yondom, She's like, but do you have one that says yes or no? And I said no. It was like $2 or something like that, or $3. So she bought it for me, and we get home and she tells me to hold it, bless it, kind of program it, right? And she's like, now ask it an answer that you know the answer to, like, is Hershey in the room? And I flicked it with my thumb, and she's like, her? She's like, you don't toss it like that, you spin it. So I kept getting no. Is the door open? Which it was. I kept getting no. And she did it, and she would get a yes. So apparently when I use it, no's are yeses and yeses are no's. Every answer that should have been a yes was a no. So I'm like, all right.
So you can use your yondom for contraindications, but not contraception.
Touche.
Is Uncle G still in this chat? Because between you and Uncle G, you are the inventors of the yondom. Like me and Uncle G are the inventors of the bluebird conundrum. So I absolutely love this, and I love that we have all these beautiful bluebird inside jokes that Uncle G is going to be bringing into merchandise and bringing to life, which I cannot wait for my bluebird, y'all. You better know I get the first order on the bluebird as soon as that merch is available. And then we've got the Yondom commercials. That is because of you and Uncle G with y'all's creative minds.
He's here.
There's a lot that I have so many dear memories that I love so much with these scavenger hunts that will be picking up soon, guys. I'm soon as I'm set back up, we will get another scavenger hunt going because we need more prompts for you guys. But let's look at some decks.
Welcome, Rouge Remedies, the Melting Pot Tarot. Welcome to Tarot Your Way.
And salutations. She's like, I don't know where to start.
I know you overwhelm me because she's like supposed to bring me one.
She didn't say one.
I know that's my fault. I take full responsibility for that. Accountability.
So we will do it one at a time.
But we're not. This isn't the show about showing Michelle's decks, right? It's about what are we doing? What you guys pulling cards?
Playing catch up, and we are showing you guys that 3 good friends can sit down and we can read cards, or we can show things, we can share. We are spending and sharing space together with you guys.
Ooh, you want to see what I bought, Miles?
Oh my God!
It's right there.
Oh my God, y'all!
Thomas, this is in honor of you. Also, you're gonna love this. I don't know.
I am literally the last one standing here, right? I guess because I have access to Miles, I would be the last one standing. But here we go.
We found this.
Oh my goodness.
And today, when we were working, the blinds were open right around 4:40 p.m. our time. The sun hit it and it lit up my living room of just stars, sparkles everywhere.
Miles was like, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. It was so great.
Yeah.
I just looked up and I'm like, holy shit.
It looks like a penis, though, too.
It does kind of look like a penis.
Our mushroom, you know.
No,
it is a mushroom.
Tagged along for the cruise. I think he spent most of his time in the disco. He was just mesmerized.
Definitely did. He is mesmerized by anything mosaic that's mirrored, like just the mirrors, not so much necessarily like the mosaic glass, but just mirrors when they are mosaic.
Reflection.
His reflection, yes.
Have we pulled cards on what's going on with the U.S.? Sure. Boy, that's a meaty one. That's politics right away. Thank you, Jackie.
I don't have my politics deck. Damn it. But Thomas, you can go grab it.
Lost Voices of Jackie said the sparkling eggplant. Wiener.
Yeah, because the eggplant means the woo woo.
Looks like it is. Yeah. Miles loved a cup that I got on the cruise. That was a disco ball with a sippy cup and a lid that was inside and a straw to go through the disco ball. Okay, what's going on with the U.S.? I'm still looking forward to sailing in the Gulf of Mexico.
Huh?
I'm checked out of politics. But you guys can do it on a watch.
Wheel of Fortune. It's a crapshoot at the moment, but they're playing roulette. So roulette is a game that is rigged with a high casino average. So we don't always get winners when we play that. Here we go. The money grift card. 6 of Pentacles. Instead of charity, we got the grift card. Let's steal the money from the coffers and redirect it to offshore accounts.
You know what, you guys? I haven't lit my candle today.
You haven't?
No, I need to do it. So I'm practicing having to do something, and I need to light it with you guys in honor of everybody here. I'm going to say a blessing. But see how many in my candle, please? It's right there.
And our last card is 5 of Pentacles. Loss, hopelessness, left out in the cold. So it doesn't look very rosy for the U.S. at the moment. course, that's this coming week, but you know, we can always hope that people will start to come to their senses.
So first and foremost, I don't know if I've ever read for you or not, and you know I've been a little MIA because life is just, and you know sometimes Hershey has to check out. But let me tell you something about Hershey real quick that you may not know. Hershey don't do politics, but Hershey will tell you one thing real quick about your question. And what I will tell you is that we are fucked, and I mean that literally. We need a mender, right? Not a mentor, not a dictator. We need a mender, right? We need to heal us. And in order to heal us, we need somebody that actually believes in us, somebody that wants us to do better, somebody that isn't scared to tell us when we're wrong and isn't scared to take that same constructive criticism when we see something that could be improved in them, right? And that's what we don't have. We don't have that right now. What we have is a Six of Cups in reverse and a Five of Wands. And what I want you to understand is that this Five of Wand energy paired with a Six of Cups in reverse is the exact opposite of what we want, right? We don't want two things that clash. We don't want two things that cancel each other out, right? That's like going all the way from 0 to 14 and not meeting in the middle at 7, right? You're literally putting too much acidity on something that needs alkaline, and then the other way around, vice versa, right? When you needed acidity, you got nothing but alkaline. So you need to find that balance, and the only way to do that is understand that there is something ahead of us, and that is an Ace of Swords, which is positive balance for the promise of infinite paths. There are more than one path that can always be taken, but if you always take the easy route, you're always going to get exactly what you're meant to get. And in the end of it, you don't end up with a damn thing except a chance to start over and do it right this time. So let's hope that it doesn't get to that point, but let's understand that we do have hope if they choose to take the bartering, trading, bequeathing, and owning of things to a less substantial point. We need to come down to reality and realize that not everybody is in the same pot, not everybody is in the same brackets. And once we are treated equally, it's at that point that we can start to see things equally. But until that happens, it's going to be a rough road for a lot of us. And I do mean me included. And that's what I got. I wish I had my politics deck because I'd have got a whole different reading with, but I got what I got.
Well, you got the six reversed. I got the Six of Pentacles. Um, Six of Pentacles reversed, and I got the Five of Pentacles upright. And your sixes and my sixes were reversed, and the fives were upright. And fives are those challenges.
Yep. The bottom card on everything that I got is I got a sigil for balance, and I am a sigil creator. So I will create this for us eventually, even though I've already got one in my Oracle deck that I created. But this one seems a little bit more personal that needs to happen, right? So over the weekend, I'm really busy, but I've got a couple of days or a couple of hours of free time while I'm on the train on Monday. So I just gave myself homework so that I can help all of us have a little bit of hope through a balanced schedule. Did you want to check on it or no?
I did ask just for a message in for the collective, kind of in regards to just our country or just the situation, and I got the horse and the hawk. So the horse reminds us that we don't have to walk the whole way alone. And I am reading because it's my first time looking at this deck. The horse appears to remind us that assistance is for the asking. Sometimes you need to be carried to get to your destination. Trust that when the horse appears, help is yours. Remember to ask for it, and also remember to accept it when it's offered. So, but I think it's more like we got to remember to help each other through this time right now to lift each other up, because it's going to be really, really difficult for some, and for some aren't even going to notice. And that's the part that I'm hoping for everybody to start realizing, you know, to the ones who aren't affected become not affected, but mindful, you know? So the horse showed up, and then the second one they fell together was the hawk. And the hawk brings messages and omens. And this main part of this book says the world is constantly attempting to communicate with us, but we as human beings have forgotten how to listen. So remember who you are, an intrinsic, whatever, intrinsic, sorry, part, yeah, intrinsic part of the great mystery of life. Listen and learn. This is the gift of the hawk as he soars into your life from Avalon skies. And it's saying that if he appears, it's because he's coming to bring a message. But I think it's saying all the signs are around us, and we all forgot how to listen and how to feel, and we're really getting ahead of ourselves. So I think it's about just remembering it's messages and signs are all around us, and to help each other and pick each other up, because it's going to be a rough road no matter what. I mean, it is, but no matter who is, life is just rough in general. This doesn't help.
It doesn't. And
So
Swampy, you're right. Mine was in reverse. So I have to realize that people are forgetting to remember humanity's morals, values, ethics. They are not putting that first. They're putting our pockets first. If the Six of Cups is in reverse, you are not putting things in perspective, and
It's also the
needs may not be being met. So just understand that my six in reverse, my Six of Cups, is about our personal needs, that we are not meeting our own personal needs because we are putting someone else before us. So make sure that you pay attention, that you didn't completely heal from yesterday when you stepped into that sixth position. You're still kind of carrying that five energy. And that Five of Cups is incredibly painful when you're carrying the weight alone and it's not yours to carry.
And we're all born with our soul contract or our book of destiny. And we need to read that fine print and polish up that contract and make choices to get us to where we need to be, so we can knock the rough edges off those people that are very gritty and aren't polished. We need to add some pressure to both sides of their pathway to polish them up.
100%. We have to lift each other up.
I absolutely agree, Gerald.
they could probably hear us.
Yes, Uncle G, you're so correct. Michelle is you're not the first one to tell her that.
When it comes to Oracle, I think that's more my thing right now than trying to learn what. There's a lot that goes into the tarot that's already kind of. I know you can. It's all me. It all depends on words, Michelle.
Words hard.
It's all up to your own interpretation. So I can just throw away even the RWS system and just make it about whatever message is coming to me. I absolutely know that. That's what I'm doing more with the Oracle. I think the system already in place, I get very engrossed, and I have to learn all the. It's overwhelming. So I'll stick with Oracle right now. I'll let that come when it's time.
Welcome, Miss Tarot D. Glad to have you.
Now look, y'all, Uncle G, Miss Tarot D, don't get the tag team in my superhero now, because she knows how to read these cards.
I'm not sensitive.
Her confidence. No, I'm just talking. I am talking mad shit, y'all. I am talking mad shit. And Mo knows.
I am sensitive. She's right.
She can be. She can be just a little bit.
I'm a Pisces.
Only
I can
a
be
little
sensitive, but not when it comes to emotional stuff. Yes, but this is not emotional.
Should we
It's
show her?
Should
we show her? We should show her, shouldn't we?
Well, now we have to, because apparently somebody doesn't know how to keep her mouth closed.
I cannot hold water. Y'all know this. Come on now. Y'all know I can't hold water. Miss Tarot D, well, you're the one hiding it, so.
I'm not hiding it. It's where we put it on the bookshelf.
Oh, okay. I want to show you what.
Since she's left the worms out of the can.
Okay, only this, only this, only this, only one thing. The rest of the love box you must open for yourself.
I don't know what she's talking about.
There's more than that box.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Look. Yeah, she do. Yeah, she knows.
She got you a G-string, Miss Charity.
What are you telling on us?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
didn't
we got
get-
some
you didn't
matching
get-
G-string to also go with your very own crown.
Oh, beautiful.
And it has Hathor's moon on there, so you have Hathor's power, and it is all for you, our beautiful Miss Tara B. It is all beautiful amethyst.
G rope.
Get you the matching thongs and bustier.
She's in a G rope.
I need a bustier, to shake them things. We got to do what we got to do. I'm sure Fredericks would have this. I'm not kidding you. Let's look up Fredericks of Hollywood when we get off the live, and I guarantee you we're going to find the matching to go with this crown.
I just hope it's not too
It's gonna
small, but I
it's
think
gonna
it
fit
snugs well. Like I can put it on and it's fine, so it should be fine. If I have a big head and it fits, right?
So you may have to put it over your ball cap and then put your wig on it.
But there you go. Here is the visual of what it looks like on
Well, don't you look like the Statue
color.
of Liberty?
Hair. Now imagine it with your big, beautiful beehive. That's all I'm
I
gonna
pinned
say.
my hair up, and oh my goodness, do I have like a whole? I have so much gray. I didn't even notice. Look at that.
It's beautiful. Like she's got one strip of pure waterfall wisdom just falling down. Just
Welcome to the
gorgeous.
club, right? Whew.
So, Jackie, are you a February Aquarius or are you a February Pisces like me and Mo?
Like Mo and I.
Mo is a March.
That's
English, not my first language. Iowan is.
And yes, Miss Tarot D, that is one. I couldn't wait. I couldn't hold water no more. But I am not telling you the rest of your love box. But it will be en route soon.
February Pisces. So your birthday just passed, or is it coming up? Oh, it's tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Here's a Pisces. Yay.
Tomorrow, I know a couple people's birthdays that's tomorrow.
My granddaughter's was yesterday. Yesterday was Kalani's birthday.
Sending just love your way, Miss Tarot D.
Miss Tarot D needs some love.
Today's the 4th anniversary of her older brother's death. So this put a smile on her face.
I'm gonna say some extra blessings with Santa Muerte tonight and with all of my reapers. We will make sure that that message is fully delivered. We love you so very much. If y'all have questions, you can drop them in the chat. You know how it is. We will fire them answers either through word of mouth, what would Miles do, or cards.
Look at how patient he is.
It will come. I know.
Hershe and I are asking that you pause sending anything on Amazon as our living situation for both of us is in flux, and we don't know quite yet where we're going to land. But we have to get out of here because the landlord is not fixing damages. And
don't know. It's because of a flood.
Wish us luck. Send us light. Send us good vibrations, all you energy workers. Good night, Gerald.
Trust me, the more that is open, the more that will be reached. So we need any and every blessing,
and not just selfishly, but intentionally. So, I'm serious. I lost 90% of my stuff, and that's just the realistic part. Now I'm going to go when I get there, and I'll get there late Monday, but I will probably have enough energy to at least kind of start to assess what is of mine that is possibly salvageable and I'll start making piles. File 13, for those who don't know, you can find out by Googling it. But there will be 3 piles. Salvageable, which I'll have hopefully enough money to get to a dry cleaners and get cleaned. Hopefully they've got the ozone system. And if they've got the ozone system, then I can run that through my clothes and it will kill any possible living organisms or fungi or anything that could be living in it. And then there's going to be I don't know. And at that point, I'm going to just have to make hard decisions. And then there's a definite, it's trash and it's going in file 13. And that will be me carrying it all to the dumpster. So I will be going live periodically just to let you guys keep up with all of the damage that Thomas and I and the loss that Thomas and I will be facing together.
So what? Okay, Gerald. Uncle G, if I can call you too now.
Jeffrey,
It's okay. Okay, well, whatever. Gerald
Jeffrey
says
came home
sorry. I don't
and
even
we
know.
left for dinner.
Yeah, just call me. What? What'd you say, Thomas? I liked your answer.
Jeffrey came home and Gerald left because they're having dinner.
Oh, I thought I saw he posted right here that he said he'll light some candles and burn bay leaves. So I was just wondering, he doesn't have to answer. Anyone can. You can. But I have bay leaves. I guess I was wondering the significance of that.
You can use it in place of sage and smudge with it.
And for blessings and intentions.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're still there. Okay. Did you hear Michelle's question?
Oh, they might change the state boundaries for Indiana?
Question, just in case Uncle G didn't hear you.
That just the significance of burning the candles and bay leaves. If there was a significance of burning them together in regards to sending blessings for Hershe and Thomas and for relocating. Then Lost Voices, what Jackie said, I live in Indiana, but it might be Illinois if they change the state boundaries. I was not even aware they were going to do that. Or even
what, we're going down to 49 states?
State boundaries.
or did a river change course?
You mean the lucky ones? No, I think it's just boundaries, not losing a state. Just one's going to get bigger, one's going to get smaller. It's my guess.
I recently lived in Illinois for many, many years. I lived in the boogie. So I'm from the boogie. And what I can tell you is that state couldn't even pay their electric bill until they went full wreck.
So bay leaves are a great focus tool.
Oh, focus. That's needed.
Okay, so there is a laugh and learn out there regarding bay leaves. So go check that out. If you have further, I'm gonna go check that out. Thank you.
I have no answers because all I'm allowed to say is yes, Michelle. I get somebody right now in chat's going, "Oh shit." Oh, she's.
I am not making her. I am not making her do anything.
I promise you, no one in this house there I'm at right now is.
I have nothing to do with it.
Making me stand on my word, but I am standing on my word, and that is my answer. Yes, Michelle. Yes, you should ask that question. Yes, Michelle.
Bay leaves are really good for pasta.
Good to know. I'll take that tip too.
Well, I'm a little chilled because I have not been able to run the air conditioner or the heater since the flooding, due to not wanting to stir the mold around any more than is in the air.
Your air filter's got to be changed probably too, just to filter it out. That might be good. I mean, depending how long you're there, getting a new air filter would probably help while there.
We're trying to get me out of here as soon as Hershe.
But even a week or 2 weeks is long enough. So that is something I could send you on Amazon that you can accept. You'd have to, when you're done, they'll get the measurements of the filter thing? Because even staying there a week is worth filtering out some of that stuff.
It's 1 foot by 29 by an inch.
12 by 29. Okay. By one.
So, Swampy, I know you've been keeping up with everything, and you know, I hold you close to my heart. You're a good friend of mine, and we met in a good place. We met at a good time, and you know, everybody know I'm a smoker. I indulge in 420. I don't hide it. I don't cover, lie. I don't do all that other shit. But when people like you and a whole bunch of other people, I'm specifically calling you out because I just want you to know I appreciate you always being there with positive words, man. Not everybody has that ability. You know, they want to always maybe possibly find a way to kick somebody when they're down. And Swampy, I just want to personally thank you. You really do help, even when you be sending out little messages and just little cute little things you be doing and saying on Discord and in chats when I be catching you sometimes and I'm just lurking and don't even know, nobody even know I'm there. I'm just watching. I appreciate your positive, and I pray so hard every night, every day that people like you reach more people that need it. Not want it, need it.
I agree. Ditto.
You know, I don't see y'all asking no dang on questions. Don't nobody got no crisis. Don't nobody need no tarot card.
Look at her trying to
So
put that
I'm
out there. We don't want
I'm a
any
bad
crisis.
influence, y'all. That's all
She's
I
just
hear
saying-
is I'm a bad influence.
No,
y'all.
but nobody's asking for a crisis.
No, why you don't have to be in a crisis. These
Girl.
cards is always programmed for the positive, best outcome ever.
We want to know some juicy questions. We don't want no crisis questions.
Like what y'all do? What y'all have for dinner last night? Not tonight. You know, some of y'all ain't had dinner yet.
That's not juicy.
so
Something thick and juicy.
I've got a question,
What's up, bro?
and you may not have heard of this, but there was a monument, sort of like America's Stonehenge in Georgia, called the Georgia Guidestones.
Mhm.
And they were designed out of granite and had inscriptions in 8 languages around the 4 upright faces, 2 languages for each upright.
Uh-huh.
And they were destroyed in June of 2022. So the question is,
Miles is all like, what?
um,
Dude.
let's see. And they had 10 commandments for survival of, if there was an apocalypse. If somebody stumbled upon them, it was just guidelines to shape the new world order. And they were very controversial because they led to eugenics, and the first of the 10 was limit human population of the earth to 500 million. So if we're close to 8 billion, I think we are, that would mean that nearly 95% of the human race would need to be eradicated by whatever calamity or apocalypse was coming, or what they were preparing for. So with that in mind, I could see why there would be a lot of hate, or they've got to go. But it's got to be radicalized people that bombed it.
See that. Now that you laid it out like that, 100% can see how that fits together as happening. And I've always had not that I wrote an essay on it, but like talking about eugenics and the population control since the Rockefellers and all of them putting people in place. That's why Planned Parenthood was created. You know, it was really when the eugenics, the Americans, I forgot which American wrote it in the late 1800s. That's when Hitler got it, and then he from that went into his outrage, and so now they changed it. They changed the name of it, like when they referenced to different things, because they had to get away from that image, and that's when Planned Parenthood was there, and all these things have been in place. And now with them denying climate control because they don't want to lose the the gold that they have, the gold mine with the natural resources, the only way to fix the issue without, you know, the billionaires not being billionaires anymore is to kill half the people in a way that everybody supports by not really the backhanding of it is cutting people off the food, making it harder for people to live where people are naturally only the strong are going to survive. Only the people who aren't going to be affected are going to survive. And it's
So
going to be a natural way.
I guess my question will be, was COVID designed to be the answer to get to that 500 million? And because it didn't work, they destroyed it
You're right. Sorry, Mr. Ody's
themselves?
right. Not the strong, the rich.
Right. The rich. Definitely
Right.
the rich. My coworkers love me, both when I worked at the hotel and uh, at the retail store. I was in HR. You know, it was open door policy. Any employee could come talk to me, and the kids. We had a lot of young kids, and I kept a bowl of condoms on my desk, and there was a sign on it that says, "Please help yourselves." You know, and some days I'd come in there and it'd be emptied out, but I have I have I had access to bars and stuff that gave out uh, free condoms and dental dams and stuff like that, so I could restock and keep the kids happy and keep them
So,
safe. You know.
so here's what Miles says. He says the answer to your question, Thomas, from his point of view, his perspective, and he looks down on Earth, right? He's a fifth dimension angel. So he's always looking down. Not to mention that he's what are you, like 12 foot something? I mean, like, come on now, right? He's
Yeah.
always, he has to look down, right? So therefore,
Right.
guess what he sees? A
My
much
my
bigger
bald
picture.
head.
So with him seeing that bigger picture, this is his response. The answer that he sees is no. What you went through was a test. And I repeat, only a test. From the broadcasting system of the United States government, they needed to make sure that they could do a series and sequence of events that could and would and did force all of us, and I do mean all of us, unless you were an essential worker, to be on, well, I don't know. And I've been to prison, so I would say lockdown, 23-hour lockdown. Oh yeah, you can get out. You can get out of your housing unit when you got to go to work if you're an essential worker. But if you ain't got to go to work and you ain't an essential worker, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to be stuck in 24-hour lockdown. It's worse than prison for the simple fact that that's 23 hours. They're forced to let American prisoners out for 1 hour a day. They have to. It's law. So what they did, and then on top of that, they took it one step farther. They allowed a vaccine to be created. If they were trying to test the theory, they would not have allowed a vaccine to be created. All of a sudden, it would have never happened. It would have never worked. They would have never been able to find the balance to make sure that everybody and anybody could and should get vaccinated. So the bigger picture to him and his answer for you, and what would Miles do? He would say, no, Thomas, this was a test. I repeat, this is a test. It was only
So,
just a test.
so the monument was taken down by
Them.
some
It's a
by, by the
to those who saw it, pay attention and remember. To those that don't know about it, never saw it, or don't understand what's going on, or didn't get to live the experience of wondering, well, where the hell did they come from? Well, if they really wanted you to know, it would have been front page news. But instead, it was anonymous, it was hidden, it was withheld intentionally. It's all part of a damn game. The government enjoys the damn game of who done it while they're the ones sending us all to play the same game. And they started it. They make the rules. They run the rules. They're the judges, the umpires, and the referees. What chance do we have if we don't stand up for ourselves? But that's just my opinion.
Janet. My sympathies for you and your children. It's tough to lose
Janet,
a father, especially during a scary time like that.
Yes, and I promise I'm not being cold-hearted about it, guys. I wasn't in my response. Miles isn't the most gentle.
No,
I
I
was
don't.
trying to find a gentle way to say this is a test. This is only just a
No,
test.
I don't think it was. I hope no one.
I,
There was no offense to
I
that, to be
it's a
personal.
test.
Anyway, it was just
If,
in regards to how
if
selfish and
if
disgusting
my
it
audience
was.
has stuck with me this long, they're not going to go away from a little harsh reality talk.
Miles isn't the most gentlest when there's an authentic question asked. He gives the most genuine answer that he can.
We appreciate it, Miles.
Very much so.
Swampy has a great point. I prefer the ugly truth over a pretty little liar.
Every damn time, right? Every time. You know, as somebody that's walked on both sides of this story, like I went from being the bad guy, the boogeyman, the one you didn't want to see, the one you didn't want to meet in a dark alley, to being somebody right now that can sit here and be transparent and open and honest and prove that you can change. You can literally turn all those emotions back on the correct way, the right way, the decent way. You can turn your conscience back on and care and hold hope so strongly because life proved to you you were intentionally meant to walk that walk. Because somebody's going to need to know that's walking that walk that there is light at the end of that tunnel. And if they don't know you and they don't know your story, they don't know that there's light at the end of a tunnel that they can't see no light in right now. And if I can't help anybody with one answer, all I can tell everybody is we are not done. We are not done. It is not time for us to lay down and just take what they're given. We, the people, are not done.
Michelle, you need to break your yondom in. Can we take the question
Absolutely.
for will the boundaries between Illinois and Indiana be redrawn?
Okay, so
Should
I
they
don't want
stay
to.
or should they go?
Okay,
Goodbye, Ms.
I need to.
Jody. Thank you for stopping in.
Good night. We love you.
Love you. So let me. Excuse me. Pardon me. I need to first ask it a for sure yes question to see if it's really working with me right now. So hold on. Is Cole, my dog, in the room? She is. He's sitting right here. Okay. I got a yes. Woohoo! Because finally. Okay. Now our bond is here. I trust it. I trust the instinct. So the question is, will the state line border for Indiana and Illinois be moved? I gotta know.
Woohoo! I love it. Oh, you know what? Oh, hold on. I want to answer the question too. Oh,
Yeah, I think so. I think okay, good. I'm testing this. You know what? Maybe I don't trust it.
Are you asking him, Hershe?
You know what? Ow, my feet.
I think Jackie
Don't
was the
trust
one
me
who asked
yet.
the question,
I
and
don't
she
think
said she
I
agreed.
don't trust me yet.
She just
No,
thinks
I
it's a
don't.
distraction. It's just noise. Keep us.
Yes. All of this is noise. Changing the Gulf of Mexico name is just noise. I don't care. Call it what you want. I don't care what you call a body of water that's there. I care that you're restricting passports now for people. You know what I mean? Like I don't the name of a body of water does not have any impact, or it does not change anything in our daily lives. Okay, but putting a restriction on somebody's passport has a direct effect on somebody. So that's what it's more. Pay attention to those things. Don't. Who cares? Let them change the border. Really? I mean, people who will be affected by it, their taxes and a little bit will shift and stuff. But you're not. It's not. They're not. You're not losing your SSI. You know. Don't get me wrong. Now that opens another can of worms. People who would be shifting would have to reapply because now they're in a different state. So this is how my mind works. So next thing I'm like talking about a whole different branch. So that it could
19
have
conversations later.
it definitely could have an impact on a lot of people now that I'm thinking about it. But I guess I still feel like there are a lot of other issues. Just don't get caught up in the distractions that don't have many implications on people, direct implications, you know?
So, G,
So the best part of yawns, and I just jumped all over Thomas there, but that's because I grabbed the yawn deck real quick, right? And I actually got an emphatic yes, right? But I also got there's something better, right? So emphatic yes, that makes me think that change is coming, but I don't know if it's absolutely pushing back or extending state lines. But if there's something better and it's emphatically going to help both states, then I think it's worth at least think about it. Maybe even do that rent to own kind of thing, maybe sort of kind of. I don't know. But there has got to be a middle ground. And I think to see it as anything more than a way to grow, I mean, we can't fight our country, but we want to struggle within the community, the communities we build. I can't see it.
so
We would be
I think
that would be
Jackie
positive.
must be Indiana and
I'm with
Illinois
you
is
on
a
that
legal state.
because Illinois ain't giving that money back. I'm gonna tell you right now, Illinois is a greedy state. I lived there for years and years and years. I'm telling you, that state is greedy. Greedy. I'm not mad about it, but what I can tell you is they no longer have to worry about their light bill, so to speak, because they were able to pay a lot of their state deficit off, right? Now, are they putting the money to good use? I don't know. I haven't been there in a few years, but I hope they are. I pray that they are. That is my hope. I still have a lot of family, including my children, my grandchildren. Some of them live there. So trust me, I have high hopes that it would be beneficial, a way for both states to come together. So I'm going to stand on my emphatic yes. And this is the best part of a coin. There's always two sides. So if your faith is that you want to stay independent and your own, then I hope that Michelle's yarn comes true for you as well. Brother Thomas, what'd you get?
I'm gonna have to do
And that
cards.
was rude. That was rude.
Oh, that was traffic outside.
Was he?
He was like,
May take. Okay.
no more trips to Michigan.
Right?
So we got transformation here, the death card. So maybe death to parts of Indiana to become Illinois.
My yeses are no's and yo's are yeses. So
She's Like, so we all got hit.
Except Paul was in the room. That was the tripped up on me. It's like, oh, let me just psych you out.
The theory was the white capes were the ones who destroyed the Georgia Guidestones, and I would have to say to rile a bunch of good old boys up like that, their sheets must not be on sale at KKK Mart anymore.
We love you though. We love you though. That's terrible.
He thinks it's a cat.
Yeah.
He thinks it's a cat.
He jumped over the
He
cat.
thought it was a cat.
Rude. Find it. Find it, Cole. Find it, sir. So, anyway, Michelle, show off a deck or two.
Well, I love that one that I just answered the question. So, I mean, she showed them off in Meta, didn't you?
No, I mean, I didn't show them off. No, I read with them. There's a difference.
Okay, well.
And not to mention the doors.
Well, I will hope not to relocate in Kentucky.
Why?
Thanks for the warning, Jackie.
I'm not a girl who likes to show off.
What was it? What's it say?
They are having a rally in Kentucky in May.
For marijuana?
The white sheets.
Oh, yeah. Kentucky could that's
Wow. Are you serious?
that way. No, they're not. No, they're not. Uni, don't let that shit happen.
Yeah, thank you.
Uni,
I'm gonna start adding
do
that.
Please do not allow that to happen.
Everybody in Kentucky or surrounding Kentucky, draw your boundaries.
Go outside right now and look up to that sky and speak to the universe and tell the universe not to let it happen. Don't let that happen. Do not let innocence be hurt by the ignorant.
And innocence be stolen by the ignorant, raising young, innocent people.
Why are we going backwards?
With ignorance?
What the hell is wrong with? Why does everything look like it's going in reverse? All of a sudden,
it's the cycle. We're at the end of the cycle. We're at the end of the cycle.
It must be
retrograde.
So I'm a wheel of fortune.
They say
you have to see the highs and the lows.
It's the hardest before you level up, right? So we're gonna be destroyed to level up.
Oh God, don't let that happen.
Well, if anything, we're having a personal struggle and crisis, Hershe and myself. And by way of Michelle's big heart, she's had to give hospitality longer than was initially needed.
You guys
and provides halfway transportation. I mean,
yeah, that'll be fun.
Can't wait. We're going to Nolens.
The weekend before Mardi Gras and staying at a hospital, that should be an adventure.
Because it's the last weekend of Mardi Gras, we're lucky we got that.
Absolutely.
I was like, okay, it looks like I'm just waking up at like 4 a.m. and driving you to the train that leaves at 9 a.m. because it's 3 hours away. But we get to go Sunday morning now.
Yes, and we're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna go.
And I would say the weekend, but besides, it's so hard to find a place. I don't want to leave Circle yet that long. So one day, full day. Plus, it's so much energy. We probably are going to be so drained.
I'm good with 24 hours.
Yeah.
I gotta find a plug them up.
A plug them up.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we gotta otherwise the battery is dying. No, not that kind of
plug them up.
No, not that kind of plug them up. A plug them up.
In Indiana, Jackie has voter verification.
That's so interesting, Jackie. So she's saying they're passing a law that if your name doesn't match your birth certificate, you can't vote. I'm married, so my name doesn't match.
Me too. I'm legally separated, but apparently that's no longer valid, I've been told.
And so, but the thing is,
How is
either
that fair?
either the people, we the people, are unaware that this is happening, or people aren't paying attention, because I can't see the people in letting that happen. It's just so boggles my mind.
We're gonna have
Wake
to
the fuck
adjust.
up, people, you know?
We gotta adjust a little bit. So
There is a right there, that surge protector.
Hershe,
Excuse us.
I found the magical gripping horseshoe.
Got it. Okay.
Federal.
what does that mean?
I found my gripper stick.
Oh, good shit.
Your burp.
Grippers.
Oh yay!
I mean, I've been driving myself
Something just
crazy.
stabbed me.
I
What the hell?
hung it.
Something just stabbed me in my finger. Look it's still there.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck just stabbed me?
Hershey, get your imps out of there.
It didn't stab you. You ran into it.
What the hell is it? I got up.
After the live.
Okay, I got up and I touched nothing, and I came and sat back down right now. You guys saw that in my finger. What the fudge? Okay, go outside. Whoever you are, that's so disrespectful. Outside.
But you ran into it.
Okay, then fine. It's like
I
a
mean, I'm
porcupine,
just
I guess,
saying,
right?
you
You
ran-
bump into me, you might get stuck. All right, fine. I apologize for trying to think that I can be all badass, go outside, but you can do that. If you need to, people, you can do that. But it was an accident.
Please take your pointy hats off when you come inside so I don't accidentally stab
Well,
myself.
that's kind of what it was. So,
Stay out of the way.
well, you're both right, but you know, it was innocent. It was innocent. I can't see the comments. Let me move for a second. Let me see what's going on. Mushroom lamp. Federal law. They are passing a law that if your name. Oh man, that's crazy. So I read something. I don't know. Somebody posted something about this whatever this, what is it, Dodge or whatever they call it,
Uh-huh.
that
Oh,
if you actually
Mhm.
investigate it, it was actually created by Obama. Is that true?
It's just they changed the name of something. Do you want to scoop?
Yep.
I don't remember,
Yeah.
but I just it's a certain
it
program.
may have been proposed by Obama, but they're taking it to the extreme.
Hmm.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Like, was it created like it's exactly like right now, verbatim happening how it was created, or was it altered?
No, it was altered.
That's man.
Yeah,
It
there
was
because I forget what it's called, but they changed the
Department
name of it.
of Government. Department of
Eradication.
Government. What's the E, folks?
Eradicating.
Exorcism.
I forgot what I honestly,
Execution.
when I said earlier that I checked out, is because I did check out, but I guess I shouldn't.
Efficiency. Department of Government Efficiency.
That's right. So they said it was a different name, but they changed the name of it so they can undo a lot of the I don't know. I guess thank you for asking that, because I checked out, but checking out is not gonna be a good thing. I need to recheck in before there's gonna be a lot more to catch up on. I need to recheck back in to keep up. Otherwise, I can't be informed, right? You can't make informed decisions if you don't pay attention.
So if Swampy.
Just don't fall for it. Don't get distracted by it, but still pay attention. That's my problem.
If Swampy is still here, I know that they will know who the character on my t-shirt is. Ugh. Am I too close? Am I far enough away?
Marvin the Martian. Oh no, that's a bird.
Oh,
That's that little
It's with the owl. Give a hoot, don't pollute.
Yeah.
No,
right.
put me in my old man pants. I got them hiked up too far. You can't see the
love
rest.
it.
That's the one
So
that
I'm
also.
looking for you.
What is that commercial where how many licks does it take to get to the center of it? Oh, a Tootsie Roll, Tootsie
A Tootsie
Pop.
Pop.
Isn't that the Hoot Owl that does that?
Looks
This
like
is Woodsy Owl. This is for the anti-litter. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Never be a dirty bird. Help Woodsy spread the word. Help keep America looking good.
Commercial.
he's getting no royalty or no sponsorship
Yeah.
from this.
We do not own copyrights.
I didn't sing it well enough for the YouTube algorithm to catch the real tune.
It was simple.
Back when life was simple. Back when we had things like Schoolhouse Rock.
Actually, in a way, back when life was harder, you had to do more. It was more busy work because you had to do things more manually. Now you have less busy work and more free time, and things are more time to make things complicated.
Well, I think work has shifted from being totally manual to being cerebral. And you still can be tired at the end of the day after thinking and, switching gears and, having to multitask because now they're making you do the job of 2 or 3 people. So I guess it's part of the big distraction game.
And I'm not comparing to what times are, because times are just as hard now because we're doing a lot more. But I feel like in a way it was simpler back in the day because we didn't have as much free time. I mean, you had a job and things were pretty simple in life where you knew what you had to do, come home, and
Well,
now
in the summertime, we were not allowed to watch television. And, TV only came on at 5:30 with the local news, 6 o'clock with the world news. And then you had a half-hour game show or a Judge Judy type show. And then you had the primetime slots. And then at 10 o'clock, there was a
viewer advised.
the old time analog clock that was ticking, and it says it's 10 o'clock. Parents, where are your children?
Do you know where your children are?
Yeah.
I remember that shit
I
on the
do.
news. I'm not kidding you. I was born in the 70s, y'all. I'm not fucking kidding you. As a little bitty shorty, I remember sitting there watching that last bit of news with my grandparents, and the last thing on the news bulletin was, it is officially 10 or 10:30. One of them. Do you know where your children are? Like, to hear that
Yep.
today and remember it, it's like,
Oh yeah.
holy shit. Yeah, usually
11:30 then
I don't
static,
know, but I'm paying attention.
and then at 5:30 in the morning, you could watch the colored bars and adjust your color television set for a half hour before the morning news came on.
I do remember that too. Oh my gosh. See, this gray hair I've earned it.
So, if there's no other question,
I think we're done with questions. If anybody else has something pressing for us to read on. You're only 10 years behind me, Jackie. My birthday is Channelversary Day. I launched my birthday Channelversary.
The coffee pot is offered.
well, of course, and
Okay.
you know what's going on back there.
Okay. a lot of noises in my kitchen right now. It's like the coffee pot's off, right? Is that ticking and like
Something's purring, ticking,
something's like
knocking, banging,
pops?
all at the same damn time.
Like
Like
Jennifer.
different sound.
And I'm gonna miss those strange noises, but they've continued even though the Hershey's gone.
The team is teaming tonight, guys.
The
They're
thing is,
teaming.
I don't know.
She probably left soda sitting out.
No, it was right here. But a lot of it, Thomas, though, it has been all me. Like the noises are like have really been my noises.
Yeah, it's definitely your team.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now
Except
your team
maybe-
gets to show out now.
Except maybe
My
Tut.
team does. His team has. Now it's your turn for your team to kind of show out and be like,
We-
"Hey, everybody, we're here too," even though she's not ever acknowledging us.
We absolutely will pull cards on ghosts.
And literally talk shit. Yeah.
Lies she tells.
I know, right? I know, right?
So, Jackie, do you have a ghost question for us?
Where's the S box?
Right there.
Where's the S box? Oh. Gimme. Michelle, open your door.
Obviously,
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
sorry,
open.
don't say it.
No, but this is a big channel. Okay, so I'm just my concern is because what was that? Did you have a phone call? What?
Yeah.
Okay. My concern, because I'm new to it, is I know that it's just opening the door with everybody, how many people are watching, as opposed to controlling just me right
Well,
here.
You're good.
So
It
I know
looks like
she's got my
Jackie
back,
and
so I'm gonna,
Sloppy.
and Thomas is on my back, so we're good. But it's not a
Jackie,
toy. It
we'll-
really
we'll
is a serious
set a-
thing.
We'll set a prayer of intention for your
Yeah.
boundaries not to be crossed, for your safety, your protection.
I don't know. Okay.
Do you want to know or get a confirmation on his name, Jackie?
FM mode. AM mode.
My name is Michelle. I come with respect.
My name's Hershe, and I come with respect.
So
I'm Brother Thomas, and come with respect.
and we're the chat comes with respect. So what is the question?
We're asking for Jackie. First of
He
all,
lived
if
with a ghost of 20 years. Bill,
their ghost is Bill,
is he good or bad, or what is he? So Jackie is looking to connect with a Bill.
Fine. And William.
Bill is William.
Okay. So Jackie, they've turned us a spirit box on, and it sweeps the AM channels. For it's like the static between the channels, and they can hear.
He has good intention.
He has good intentions. William, which is
So he's
Yeah.
good. He's good.
He's called William, not Bill.
William. And you would probably know if he was bad or not, because you probably wouldn't live with something bad for 20 years.
Yeah, well, not just that. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It was Ghost cannot technically, don't want to, and will not hurt us. They're not here for that. They are here for a lesson, a blessing, or to teach us something. And that is the part that a lot of people
100%.
misunderstand. And the box literally just said, what did it say, Michelle?
I heard 100%.
Literally, Michelle. Listen, poltergeists, demons,
No, baby.
sometimes the elementals that are on the opposite side of good, that has to be there for balance. You have to have good. As good
Okay,
as
he
things
throw
are,
things
there's
when I
also
call
things
him
evil,
Bill. That
not
makes
so.
sense.
Huh? What was it?
She said that he throws things when she calls him Bill, so that makes sense.
Right. He prefers William, and yes, he has good intentions for you, but it's up to you. He will not. He is not giving it up. It's part of their
Oh, baby.
learning
Get it.
for you and them
Get
to
it.
build a connection and trust that you are correctly interpreting what they are trying to say. They're not. If they have a source to gather energy, he said you're doing great. She's doing great. So you are understanding. You are beginning to understand.
Get it.
Is what I am understanding my team to say on his behalf, and then also what he is saying directly to Michelle.
Did he used to live here? My house was built in 1890. So, William, the question is, did you used to live there?
He says I did.
Yes.
Yes. He said yes on the box, and my team is coming back with yes, he did. He used to. He wasn't the original owner of the land though, but he was the second owner, and there was many losses, and he had a somewhat profitable farm. I think I can't quite get the word.
So he's place connected.
Oh yeah,
He's
setting boundaries.
she has set boundaries. So
100%, yes. He also doesn't stand in your time. So what I can tell you about that is whatever timeline he's on, and it's probably somewhere in the very early 1900s. I'm getting the impression that like what if he stands all of a sudden in your refrigerator and something in your refrigerator is moving in his time, that's not a refrigerator. He's standing or riding a horse or digging a ditch, or he's literally enjoying his
Makes sense.
peace on earth, so to speak. He is in his happiest, best place, and he's trying to share with you. And when you grab like I'm feeling like it's kind of like in a weird spot in between maybe your two shoulders, like the top part of your two shoulders. That's him letting you know that he is kind of like he's supporting a decision that's kind of maybe got you feeling like that there is no easy answer, or it may not be easy to speak your answer, or it may not be easy for you to stand your ground. But that is when you kind of feel that little bit of like tension, pressure. That's him trying to push you to say yes or say no, to stand your ground, and that you aren't alone at that moment, that your ancestors and people that believe in you are standing with you.
I smiled because when she made the comment, because she's told me this before, and I've experienced it in through Hershey, where we've had a neighbor or something. It wasn't standing in our reality, right? And I've heard even before she got here, because we always hear knocks in my kitchen, but um, it sounded like I don't have an ice maker, but it sounded like ice was being made in my fridge once. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe they just were in a different realm or reality, you know? Like, okay.
Yeah, they're in their timeline.
So I was like, why would they be in my freezer?
Yeah, they're when they're at their highest good, that means that they know that your highest you, the highest you haven't even met that version of you yet, and they're probably best friends with that version of you in that version of the timeline where those paths crossed, and at some point you could have recrossed paths again, he says. So pay attention for the next sign, he says, because it will be coming soon.
so I've reconnected with Raul.
Yeah.
And Raul was the one who said that, or Joffrey. I'm sorry, Joffrey.
Oh, okay. You're Scotch or English Scotch. No, Wales.
I'm
Right?
gonna shut all doors and windows right now. We'll open it if someone has a question again.
And he's the one who said he was sending me a familiar, and a week later, during an eclipse in October, approximately a year and a half ago, he sent Andy. I found Andy a week before I found his sister, and we sent the sister off to the acreage. And Andy came. Joffrey told me what to name Andy, but me being gender confused, called her Andrea, him Andrea, and then it was like New Year's Eve, and the balls dropped, and it became Andy. And Andy had some big behavioral problems, and we had to rehome him. But he's at the acreage with his sister, so and that's why Jeffrey come back. Because the decision to get out of this place, Andy was here to help me through this time. And now he's done with his business and he's back to help.
That's beautiful.
Swampy wants to know, our views on working with AI. I work with AI.
What is that noise? It was coming over here, and Nicole barked at it.
They're incredibly full of energy tonight.
Sorry, Swampy, but I keep hearing like
They're trying to get her attention, and they are
they're succeeding.
I
There
heard
was
like
one
a low.
that ran between us just now. Some kind of energy.
I thought it was you. Wait.
No, I was doing this.
I heard.
It's a total different, right?
It
Yes.
sounded like a sneaky fart that wasn't quite silent or deadly.
Right. So that's why I looked at her like, "What?"
I heard it.
You heard it too, huh?
I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked at her like, "What's going on?"
It was low. It was like.
When my dog barked, it's because it sounded like we heard like coming out of her phone. So I'm just like, "What?"
So Swampy, you know me. I created an Oracle deck. It's not available for purchase yet. I'm still doing final touches on it, but I've created it. It exists, right? So what I can tell you is my Oracle deck is both hand drawn and AI background. Um, you know, they say that AI is a form of whatever, but if we didn't have some form of graphic arts, we wouldn't have some amazing movies, some total kick-ass games. And I know there's a lot of gamers in the world. Both my kids are gamers. My grandkids are gamers. Like the whole world is gamers. I mean, I play a few games on my phone. No, I don't play Call of Duty or none of them other ones. But like, we have to understand there has to be graphics. We want the best graphics for our movies. So you can't pick and choose. Like, you literally, it's not fair. It's not fair to pick and choose for the ones and the rules and the places and the things that work for you, but nobody else can do it, or anybody else that does it. It's not real. It's not authentic. That is, come on. You don't get to pick and choose. You can't have great graphics for movies and games and not think that other people that cannot maybe or cannot have access to an artist, that they don't have an imagination and use that imagination to create what is in their head and what they see. Because what I can tell you about my AI backgrounds is I created every single one of them with my computer. I didn't use anybody's thoughts. I didn't use anybody's ideas. I didn't use anyone else's inspiration. I used my own inspiration, and the backgrounds that I created for my hand-drawn sigils are, I'm a little biased, but they're pretty freaking amazing. And I can't wait to show the fact that you can put the two together and make it work. You just have to realize that it's not fair to pick and choose the rules that you want to live by. So I think everybody needs to honestly be looking at to the deeper meaning of that question and stop making it think that it's just about AI this, or no, it's just AI this. No, it's artificial intelligence, it's graphics, it's digital art, it's a bunch of pixels put together to create a picture that was
It,
in your head that now is alive and created. So I
AI
agree with.
certainly helps me when I'm writing. I can just put my file through it and it will take care of all my spelling errors. I don't have to look for the little red lines underneath it as I'm typing. It'll correct my grammar with Mo and I, or me and myself and Mo.
So my thoughts are more of, so I'm talking to myself too about this. So I'm realizing what I need in my life. Um, so no matter what technology is passing us by, so let me preface this with, I am the type of person who is like, I'm not going to open my phone with my biometrics. I'm not going to put that in the system. I don't want to get in the system. Okay, I actually even take it back further. My mom only would write checks. I'm not going to do online banking. I'm not going to use a debit card. I'm not going to do this. She's staying out of the system without us realizing we're already in the system, right? So I'm kind of like, the what? The pen? Oh, over there. I'm kind of like, I don't want to put my biometrics on my phone. I don't want to do my facial recognition, but it's still all around me, right? I don't want to provide it. So I'm making it, I'm not moving with the times. So I can see myself becoming somebody who needs help functioning in, if I continue on the path, I'm going to become old fast where I can't function in nowadays. So in order to survive, it's also another way of weeding out the so-called weak, or, the weeding yourself off if you can't keep up with the times and survive. But so, they implement the AI. There's all these people who are questioning about if it's good enough for us, but I think it's more about still utilizing it, learning, continue to learn in order to be able to protect yourself from it. So if you don't know it and you don't understand it, you can't protect yourself. You got to learn how to use it and protect yourself. And people are going to survive no matter what. It's just, are you going to be able to keep up? And I'm talking to me because I need to keep up now, and now I need to.
But you're not just though, because you just reached me too on a level that I struggle with it with all my aneurysms and the actual physical brain damage that I have, right? And I have the pre-onset early dementia, so I'm constantly struggling with what am I actually seeing, what am I actually remembering, and I'm realizing that technology is literally passing me by because I can't hardly keep up with it. So I felt that, you know what I mean?
But
Like,
I think of her, this co-pilot thing on my phone, and I'm like, I don't want you on my phone. I don't want you snooping and doing all this. So the fact that you know how to use it and create all these, I'm just like, holy crap! Like, I can be doing this, and all these thoughts and crafts and dreams are inspirations I have that I held myself back and not doing. And it's so easy in my fingertips. I struggle with wanting to I don't know, just design something, but there's so many tools out there that will help us to get through it. But I do like the authentic roots of it, to do it by hand, and like, there's still, you don't want to lose that. You don't, but you have to. I have to keep up with the times, and I need to put myself out there to understand, um, just understand it, or otherwise we're gonna be so left behind, so far behind, you can't keep up. So let me just give an example. I used to build computers. I used to be all involved with knowing the system. And two of my friends, we all had different strengths. One was like the programs. I was the system, hardcore hardware, whatever. Someone else was something, or we would just help each other, we'd bounce off each other. If one couldn't do it, the other one could. But after Windows XP, and they went into like Vista, lost me. I checked out, and now it went so fast after that. I'm starting back on HTML. that is so old, and there's so many more tools out there now. Why do I need to learn to write the code again when there's so many programs out there that will write it for me? So I need to just accept that, because I didn't want to accept that. I was like, no, because that's not the right, that's lazy way or whatever. No, it's like, okay, do that for me, because I can't worry about those small details now, because technology is so far advanced now and further along. If I should have kept up. Now that I didn't keep up, I need to just skip forward and use the tools to get me there. So if we don't keep up, you're gonna have to adapt to certain tools and apps to get you there, which is okay. Whatever works. But that's the point. I think pay attention and keep up, even if you don't use it how they are. Just it's better to understand it. Otherwise, you're gonna be left behind. Like me. I'm back in XP 2001, 2002.
So if you use if
Like
you use Chat
analog.
GPT,
I haven't. I haven't used ChatGTP and or whatever, and it would probably would help me along with
it'll
I get
write
I
it
was
will write
applying for a job.
Python code scripts for you.
I was applying for a job, and I came across it was not ChatGTP, it was a different company that uses this for emails. And I was like, yes, this is like the company I need. I never did know this technology existed. This is absolutely, like, I hate journaling. Like, this would be perfect. And going through the questionnaires and the way the application process was, and you had to answer questions, provide examples of certain things, and I was like, are they wondering if I used I used GTP to answer the question to improve it? Because they're like, how would you improve this? So I was like, is this a test to see if I would utilize the program that's at my hand to? So I just used the program to make it better. Oh, I didn't get a call back, but at the same time, I definitely wasn't as qualified for the job. I see that it wasn't meant for me, but I loved it. It brought that technology into my life, and um, I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful.
So Swampy, is that like a faceless channel that gives
Created AI guru on Instagram, and the answers were amazing.
Oh, nice. Nice. I like it. I like it.
did you ever
I'll have to
have
check
to
it out.
tweak an answer because of inaccuracy?
Is your Instagram the same, Swampy63, or what is your
I don't
channel?
have Instagram.
No, Swampy's, because she said.
No, I know. I don't have.
Oh,
I don't have Instagram.
and what was your question, Thomas? I'm sorry.
If it was if Chat GPT gave, or whatever AI that Swampy's using, ever gave a incorrect result or slightly off what you intended, because apparently I can't speak English well enough to confer proper directions for things to occur sometimes.
So you don't type it, you speak the directions.
Oh, I type it.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's
So
your choice of I guess probably verbs or adjectives, right? Or
yeah.
noun.
Well, like I ask it to do multiple things. It's mainly with the 78 tarot cards, because if
yeah.
you don't specify the whole deck of tarot cards, it only goes through the major arcana.
Wow. Sorry, what?
I was gonna say I've seen Swampy's comment about him loving sigils. I love them too, man. I've probably created thousands in my since I've been what I call doodling. Like I've been doing it since I was a little bitty kid. Like literally since I could hold a pencil, and I've been. My family always said, "What are you doodling now?" And once I got literally like 10 years ago, I found out they're not just doodling. I was creating sigils and seals, and I had no idea what I was doing. And it came so naturally my entire life. And now that I've got so many, when I tell you it took me almost 18 months to go through every single one of my sigils that I had created to only pick out 56 for an oracle deck. Are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? You act like this would be an easy decision. And I, at that point, just within my grab was only allowed to pick like what I could reach, and I ended up reaching like 190 or 91. It was some weird number that I was able to choose from, but I could only have 56. So I had to sit down with, and then once I realized I could only have 56 was my number for my Oracle deck, I was like, why'd you let me take so damn many? And they were like, do you realize how comical it's been watching you torture yourself choosing which 56 are going to reach who and how and the words you're going to put with it and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, life was
I
so much simpler with 8 crayons.
Oh,
Yes.
Well, thank you
How does
all.
Swampy use chat GTP for past life regression? That's interesting.
Da, 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 da. Maybe it gives an outline questionnaire to help.
Maybe it does what? How would it give it?
I'm assuming this, but I have a feeling it's algorithm mathematics.
Mm.
I'm assuming there's a shit ton of mathematics involved.
There can only be so many Abraham Lincolns reincarnated by now.
It's a good thing Swampy corrected to Deck. He said he said, I would love to send your Oracle Deke.
Deek! We all love some deeks. Yeah. Y'all, I'm literally saying how they would pronounce it in like New Zealand or where was that other country?
New Zealand.
Australia.
New Zealand. I watched a commercial that is populated throughout public television in New Zealand, and it was about decks like that you stand on, like your porch or deck. Yeah, you know, the
It was
deck.
deck
deck.
cleaner, deck stain products.
All I can tell you is Google it, YouTube it, because I watched it on YouTube and it is the funniest damn commercial in the world. And I literally spit my tea or coffee, whatever I was drinking, out of my mouth when the person that was narrating the commercial said, "Yeah, I had over 30 people on my D last night," and I'm like, "What?" It is.
My wife's name out your mouth.
He was like, yeah, it was stained and waxed and shined and buffed and everything. I was like, and then I realized he was talking about like a deck, like a porch, a deck that you stand on. And I'm like, oh, 30 people on his, oh my God, on his freshly. Oh man, I totally went to the worst, dirtiest, nastiest,
freshly waxed dick
ever. And then realized he was talking about like a deck. So yeah, it's a joke that I say on my channel all the time. We love us some big old deeks. I almost said it wrong, but it was deeks.
So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Hershe, for being with me. And I hope you can join me Wednesday night, work schedule permitting, Michelle. And thank you, Swampy and Jackie, for sticking around. Yeah, we lose people's interest if we're not reading. We're not that kind of show.
There's more to life.
Thank you, guys.
Blessings.
So we'll see you Wednesday if you care to join us. And remember to be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And go out and make it a great night. Bye, all.
Good night.